Testing 1, 2, 3. Record. Go live. Hey everybody. So I moved my computer over here, cleaned off my desk over there for something special that's on the way. But I had an interesting exchange with my boss on the way into work today, and I thought I might share that with you because it was something a little bit out of the ordinary, and it gave me a little bit of concern. Have you ever been concerned that the people that you're working with may not be, I don't know, living up to all the rules in the office? Morning, Don. Did you do that sexual harassment training?
That remains to be seen. I'm not so sure. Thank you, Peggy.
Peggy? Anyway, I thought you might find that a little bit interesting. I mean, isn't it the least bit interesting that some of the people that work around here don't have respect for, like, basic sensitivity training? I don't know. Whatever. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. So happy to see you here. I realized that yesterday I published a video, and on that video I didn't quite explain the system that I was trading. I mean, I did the day before, but I really didn't go into much detail. So I'd like to walk through the elements of a trading system here on the desk right here, and then maybe show you how I was backtesting that with a robot. Okay, so the first element of the system was here on the British pound, Euro British pound, was I was looking for head and shoulders patterns. So let's move over to the charts here and maybe do a little picture-in-picture action. There we go. All right, so we got a little picture-in-picture action going on. So let's say I have a 60-minute chart up here, and let's say that I am looking for a head and shoulders pattern. And let's say that I'm going to call this the left shoulder, this the head, and this the right shoulder. You know, listen, I understand it's not perfect, but it's not bad, actually. I kind of like it. All right, so that's the head and shoulders. It's like a head and slumped shoulder pattern here on the chart, and that's generally called a reversal pattern. And most of you already know what that is. That's a shoulder, that's the head, that's the right shoulder. And if it breaks out of this pattern lower, usually it will move lower the same distance. Well, I didn't expect that to be the case. It's pretty funny. It will, if it breaks out of this neckline right here, it will move down the same distance as the head is from the neckline. So there's the neckline and the head, and look at that. That's exactly what happened. Okay, great. But let's say that all I can see is the right shoulder. Now, I think that it's reasonably okay to assume, even though 2019 is the year I don't make any more assumptions. You ever read that book, The Four Agreements? I'm rereading it now, and it's kicking my butt. Big time. Anyway, so I don't want to make any assumptions, but I'm assuming that all of us can learn to draw a head and shoulders pattern, and I bet we can all learn to draw it perfectly. And as part of the giant program that I'm teaching, starting on December 1st, but registration closes today for that. You can go to robbooker.com for more information. We are going to read the Martin Pring's Pring on Price Patterns, and we're going to focus on head and shoulders. We're going to become maybe a group of 500 or 1,000 traders who are better at identifying and trading those patterns than anyone else. It's one thing that we're going to become great at. You don't really become great at something unless you focus on it. Okay. All right, let's get back to the chart. So let's say you can draw this head and shoulders pattern. I think I'm pretty good at it. A lot of people say I'm the best at it. Anyway, this guy Don I work with, he says I'm pretty good at it. Hey, somebody just signed up. Hey, Gory, welcome to the program. Okay, so that's the right shoulder. As soon as we identify that right shoulder, what I want to do at that point is I want to start selling. Now I could just put an order to sell in. I could just sell on my trading platform, right? I could do that. That's fine, and that's completely reasonable. But what I want to do is I want to maximize the amount of money I get from this. I want to really ramp it up. I want to really I wanted to use something. I wanted to use something that was really exciting. Oh, Chercad also just registered for the program. This is the last day to do it, so nice work, both of you, and welcome. Anyway, so I want to add to those trades. I want to just pound on it when it's really going well. I want to. We're going to get into this in a little while. I want to just benefit as much as possible from what's going well. Okay, so I want to turn a robot on that can add to a winning trade. And that's going to take me to my next thing. So I built what are called reversal tabs or reversal arrows about 6 or 7 years ago as part of the Knoxville divergence indicator. And they are identified on this chart here by these red arrows going down and this green arrow going up. These are reversal tabs. Now this reversal tab or arrow is in place where it is right now because at this moment the MACD line is falling below the horizon line or the 0 line right there. And also at the same time that that's happening, the stochastic oscillator set to 70-30-30 is overbought. Meaning there's a couple things happening at the same time. The momentum is now shifting downward, but we've got lots of runway. The price is still overbought. So it's as if price just dropped and it showed us that it wanted to drop. However, it's still overbought. So it's showing us that it wants to fall, but it's still overbought, and that means we have tons of room for it to fall farther. Now, it doesn't work every time. Sometimes you get an indication that it's supposed to fall and it doesn't, and then other times you get an indication that price is going to fall and it really falls a long way. Well, when combined with head and shoulders patterns that show you a reversal is coming, if we turn a robot on that automatically trades every single time one of those arrows appears, if we turn the robot on when that head and shoulders appears, and we let that robot add to the trade every single time an additional arrow appears, we've got a really great combination. So let's say, for the sake of argument, we're going to backtest this in a second, but let's say for the sake of argument, let's say that this right here is at the right, they're not even the same currency pair, so don't write to me and be a jerk and correct me, okay? I'm just doing the best I can to show you how the system works. So let's say that this right shoulder here is identified on this chart right here with this reversal arrow. That means we're going to take a sell trade right here. And we're not going to take another sell trade until we see another arrow pointing downward. We're going to ignore all the upward arrows. But here we see another arrow downward. That means we can add to our winning trade. Look at that today, everybody. I'm showing the chart when I think I'm showing the chart. So there's not some weird thing where I'm drawing on the screen and you can't see what I'm doing. Congratulations to me. So we can add to that trade on this reversal arrow. We cannot add on this one right here. And the reason is, the only way you can add to a winning trade with this robot is if every previous trade is also profitable. It's the only way you can do it. You cannot add to the winning trade unless every other trade in the series, all of them, are profitable. And unfortunately, this trade right here is not profitable. I mean, right here is not profitable when this signal occurs. This is slightly higher, so it can't take this trade. It has to trade only on lowers. So it cannot take this trade either. All right, welcome, Jose. Excellent. And welcome, Johan. 2 more people signed up. That's great. Welcome. Woo! For those of you not signed up, go to robbooker.com, click on the link, or follow the link I sent you in an email this morning that's an open letter to you. Okay, so this trade here cannot be taken because these two, or this one, isn't profitable when this arrow occurs. Now what I do is I like to do the head and shoulders from the 60-minute chart and then run the robot on the 1-minute chart for those arrows. So what we could do is we can go back in time, and of course this isn't perfect. I understand that. Listen, I'm trying to teach the method and find perfect occurrences of all this stuff. It's not going to happen. But let's say that we identify a head and shoulders pattern right here. Let's see, right here. Making sure you can still see my chart. Okay, let's say that we identify, I don't know, that this is a head and shoulders pattern. I don't know. That's kind of a lame head and shoulders pattern, but let's just say we identify it. And we draw the neckline across. Fine. It's kind of dumpy, but we'll do it. And we'll say that right here at the right shoulder, we're going to turn the robot on. And that is on October 9th of 2018. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to October 9th, 2018, and I'm going to let it trade for 10 days. October 9th to 2000, whatever, you heard what I said. And here in my expert properties, or in my robot properties, here are all the things that we can do. You can't really see this very well because I can't zoom in on this. I could if I was using the iPad, or I could if I was using a computer that I could draw on. But what I want to do is, I know that this is in HD, so I know you can probably see this if you go full screen. It's got a magic number that distinguishes the robot trades from the discretionary trades in the account. Candles back is how far back it determines the divergences in the reversal arrows for. Slippage is 5. That means the market can't slip. I want the price that I asked for when I took the trade. Trade size is the smallest possible. It's 0.01 or 1 microlot. We want to buy on this one, so we set the robot to buy only. And we want to let it start trading at, let's just say, 1 a.m. It can start trading. And we want to just go for 45 pips. We don't want to use a stop loss. We're not going to use a stop loss, but we could use a stop. Sure, let's use a stop loss. Fine, whatever. We'll use a 100 pip stop loss. We're just testing here. We're just experimenting, okay? And we'll let it stop out twice, meaning if it stops out at 100, it'll try to take the trade again. Break even at pips. Let's not use a break even. Let's just say it. It'll never get to the break even. And it can only take a trade if the reversal arrows are 10 candles apart. And what it's trying to do now is take. I'll go back over here to the screen. What it's trying to do, the robot now says, okay, I know that I can start selling here because you told me I could start selling on this date and time. If I see a reversal arrow, I'm going to start trading. Okay? I'm going to start selling or buying. And every single time I get a new arrow, I will keep trading in the same direction as long as every previous trade is profitable, and I can add an infinite number of additional trades. And once we get to 45 pips of cumulative profit, I'll close everything. So we'll go into visual mode. We'll click Start, and we'll see what we can do. I'll get the template here. On the template, I think I need to add the reversal arrows so that you can see them. I think that's going to work, actually. Okay, so it took a trade. Let's see if we can find where it took the trade. It says it took it right there. That seems odd. Oh, it's not displaying the reversal arrows on the screen. Okay, so it took one trade as a buy, but it's not displaying the reversal arrow. Okay, we'll just keep it going and see if it can show the reversal arrows later on. Okay, it took another buy trade. And it took another buy trade. Gosh darn it, I can't draw on this. Fudge muffin. Seriously, I mean, I can do a terrible job of drawing on this. This is going to all change today. I'm going to start drawing. I'm going to figure out a way to do this. Okay, it took another... You jerk. Can't even press a button on the screen. Okay, so it took another trade right here. And if the indicator was showing properly, there would be a reversal arrow pointing upward right here. And that's why it took an additional trade, because the other trade was profitable. And so it can keep trading. Okay, let's just keep going. Okay, it took a, oh, stop, stop, stop. It's a runaway train. So we'll go back over here and we'll just see where it exited out. There it is. There it is. So one trade was open for a long time and the other trade was open for a short time. And we'll just let this run its course. It can't take any more trades. The robot will stop trading as soon as it has a win. That's because in a trend, you don't want to you want to start trading with the trend as early as you can, and once you get a win, you don't want to cheat death or, play with fire. You just want to take your money. And the report says that we made 75 pips. I guess it jumped at the very end. And we had an infinitesimal drawdown. We had, like an 80 pip drawdown and like an 75 pip win. I don't know why we went for 45 pips and it got us 75. But are we going to argue with it? No. Are we going to tell the robot, bad job? No, we're going to tell the robot, good job. Thank you for getting 30 additional pips that I didn't ask for. 30.6 to be exact. Anyway, that's how this works. And I just want to say to all of you, great job following along on this terrible explanation that I just did. And I'm the worst. And I love you. And happy Black Friday. I hope you find all the deals that you're looking for. When I came into the office today, as some of you missed this, you didn't get this. Oh, you didn't see, I checked in with one of my office mates on the way into work today. I'm hearing now that some of you want to see that again. I checked in with one of my office. Morning, Don. Did you do that sexual harassment training?
That remains to be seen. I'm not so sure. Thank you, Peggy.
Peggy? Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great day. Don't forget, you can subscribe and like. You can watch other videos that are in the series. The last 3 videos that I uploaded show you some more of this testing. So I'll link to those videos below in the description on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, I'll have a button for you to jump on over and grab that program before it's gone. I love you all. I'm so grateful for my association with you. Have the best day ever. We'll see you tomorrow.